Greetings adventurers, this is Lauren, your guild advisor, and welcome to the launch of the Under Resort Crossing event that covers Volume 5 of Sword Oratoria right here. It's the volume that takes place directly after where the Sword Oratoria anime leaves off of Volume 4. It takes place during the time that Logia Familia is down in the dungeon after they defeat that demi-spirit, and they're stationed floor 18 for some rest, and that's when they bump into Bell, who requests help because he has Lily and Welf and they are in really bad shape, and that coincides with the events of Volume 5 of the main series and also the last few episodes of Season 1. But anyway, we have the Under Resort Crossing event starting where you can start going through that story, and I did mention some units yesterday. We had some translations from the Japanese, but there are a few things I want to address really quickly before I start rolling for characters. One of which is Hestia. They actually announced on a Twitter post that the Hestia is changed somewhat, and let me get to that right here. At max limit break, the other effect is the same as I spoke of previously yesterday in yesterday's video. Critical rate, penetration rate, and counter rate plus 10% to all allies, but the last part has changed. Before it said the equipped unit got 10% MP regen, and it is now changed to 80 MP regen, so it's actually a lot better. It being a flat rate means that your unit that this is equipped to doesn't necessarily need to be highly limb broken or highly ascended to get a good MP return, and it's just better than 10% MP in general because no combination of adventure and assist can get you over 800 MP, which would make a 10% better. But since that is not the case, 80 MP, a lot better for that character. And then we go to Eyes real quick. Her special arts, before I said that it was a self-strength, dexterity, and water attack damage buff at 80%, but rather than dexterity, it is agility. So that's pretty interesting. If you can get her to use her special arts really quick in like war games, maybe that might be substantial, but it does take a while for that to charge, and maybe it's just too late for that to even matter agility-wise. But we'll see how those units work out in war games. Now let's move on to the roles themselves. I plan on maxing out this banner right here with Eyes, Hephaestus, and Alicia because no matter who I get, I'm pretty happy. I guess realistically it makes more sense for me to want to get more Hephaestus because she's the assist character, and I have tons of adventure prison bonds, so I could probably get an Eyes or an Alicia to maximum break if I really wanted to. But with Hephaestus, it's harder for me to get the assist prison bonds because they cost 150 doll, but I usually spend all that on getting the adventure prison bonds, so I'm relying on those flame amulets instead from events, and we only get them like one at a time. We need 3 to exchange for a prison bond. I'll do one roll on this one right here. I just want Elfy because she's a new character that I don't have yet, obviously, because she just got introduced. But we're going to channel some catalysts right here. Obviously, Volume 5 hopefully helps me out here. And I have the Sword Oratoria art book here, and I have the character design for Alicia opened up. So hopefully that does something. Hopefully we are blessed with good fortune. Now, I can't be complaining too much because my luck has been ridiculous for the Goblin Slayer collab, so that luck is bound to fail me at some point. But here we go. But I hope you guys do actually read through, watch through, however you want to describe it, through Sword Oratoria's event here. Hopefully you've seen at least the anime, so you have the context for what's happening in this volume. I always highly suggest to read the light novels, especially for Sword Oratoria, because the anime does a very poor job of portraying the characters correctly. Like the Sword Oratoria, the light novels, like display Eyes' thoughts so much better. Like you barely get any of that to the anime. The Udeus fight was completely botched. When I was reading the Udeus fight, I was like, oh, one sec. That's Eyes. That's Eyes' voice. So we got one Eyes. Minimal stuff there, just 1 4-star. Can't complain. But like I said, I read through the Sword Oratoria light novels version of the Udeus fight, and I'm like, this is a fight that, if done properly, can rival the Minotaur fight in Season 1 of DanMemo main series. And that obviously did not happen. they made the fight seem like almost trivial for eyes, and it was a very hard fought battle that lasted several hours in the light novel. So I don't know what happened there. And there are some things change with the Olivia's act thing, and especially with Lafia's character. Just let's amplify her annoyingness times 11 and take out any scenes that actually redeem her character and develop her and make her look pretty cool. Let's take those out. I don't get it. So short story short, long story short, read the light novels, because they're a lot better. And hopefully they did, and every dentist is like this. And there's Hephaestus, the character I was kind of confused about. Like, she's not in this novel too much, but there is a character related to her that's in this novel, who we'll see. But I really do hope, obviously I haven't started through Volume 5's adaptation to the game yet, the Under Resort Crossing event. I am looking forward to see how they adapt the story. They did a very good job adapting the episode review light novel, so I can only imagine they're going to do a good job here. Hopefully there's some custom CGs. Hopefully it's not just the sprites talking back and forth to each other. Hopefully there is some custom art, some CGs included with the story, because they did that for episode review, and hopefully it's not just like one or two, because this is a whole light novel. So hopefully there's some content there. And in other news, I did finish reading Sword Oratoria Volume 11. It came out yesterday. I did get it a little bit early. And I've been thinking, like, should I... For Volume 14 of the main series, I did a separate review video and a separate spoiler talk video. And combined, it ended up being about an hour long. Oh, there's another eye. So, like I said, if... no matter how this goes, it's going to help me in the long run with the characters, but I really hope I get at least one Alicia, at the very least, the new character. But yeah, I did finish reading Volume 11, Sword Oratoria. Really liked it. Really intense. Like, as we get further and further down both series, Sword Oratoria and Main, it just keeps getting more and more intense. And more dark as a result of that. There's a dog. But yeah, it's very exciting. Like I said, when I divided main series volume 14 into videos, I did a separate review and spoiler talk video. And I think I'll do that here as well for Sword Oratoria 11, just because there are things I'd rather not say in the review video by accident. And I do think it does warrant its own video for spoiler talk, because I think it just does better that way, like segmenting the two. Plus, it technically equals more views for the channel if I have two videos instead of just one. There we go, Alicia. I'm happy now. And I know some of you guys have been pointing out to me, like in the Discord, like, Lauren, have you heard about this Danmachi console game? This video game called Danmachi Infinite Combat? And I'm like, yes, I am very aware of what that game is. I've been following it since like it was announced like years ago, because for those of you that don't know, this game Infinite Combat, that's already out in Japan, the international Asian English edition is already out. The official English localization for Western areas is not out. It's up for pre-order for Switch. It's on Steam and also for PS4. It has an estimated release date of, or placeholder date of, there's a dog again, May 31st. And that's on a Sunday, so it's obviously a placeholder, because you don't release console games on Sundays. That doesn't make any sense. So that date's going to be changed at some point. But back to the game itself, like if you look at gameplay footage, it's just it's very underwhelming. Like, it looks like a portable game, and that's because it was one. It's not because of the Switch. It's because it was originally announced like 3 years ago. That its release was delayed by like almost a year and a half. So it came out at the very inconvenient time. It came out during the middle of season 2, and it covers stuff. Actually, it came out after season 2. It covers material like just based off of season 1 of the main series. So you don't see people like Haruhime, because this game was in development for so long and it just came out in the way it was. It's very inconvenient. It was originally built for the Vita, and that's why it looks so underwhelming. There's a lot of things around the game that just are kind of disappointing to me. It releasing in 2020, looking the way it does, me understanding that it was delayed for so long, initially built for the Vita, but it doesn't. It's just super underwhelming. When it does officially come out in English, I probably will put up gameplay videos of it on the channel, or maybe even live stream it. The things that excite me about the game had nothing to do with the actual gameplay, but just like the visual novel element, being able to like go on special events, special like scenes with some of the girls, and obviously I'm going to go for Ryu, but that's like the main draw. Honestly, it's definitely not the gameplay. It doesn't look that great. Like I can't help but feel like disappointed every time I see the gameplay, and I don't want to be mean, but it's just kind of expected based on all the delays and it initially being built for Vita. But hopefully at some point we get a like more inspired DanMachi game, but who knows where the budget is for that. It seems like for DanMachi, stuff outside the light novel is just managed poorly. I think I talk about that all the time, and it's true. But I can only hope that there is another DanMachi game, like a DanMachi game, like I imagine something more along the lines of like, say, Monster Hunter, because you go down into the dungeon, like you could just like, you accept quests, you go down into the dungeon, you defeat monsters, you gather materials. It sounds like something a Monster Hunter formula just works with, or like even like a Diablo formula could work with, because you're going down into the dungeon getting items. But I digress. And then being able to like walk around town, walk around Arario, go to the pub. This is good. We're getting a lot of Lisa on the back end. I say as I get 2 of her. So what did I get? Like 3 of her? I have plenty of bonds, so we'll see how I can plan this out. Unfortunately, I only got, what, 1 Hephaestus? Yeah, I can't even see her because I only got 1 of her. So I got 4 Alicia. That's good. 3 eyes. Actually, this is pretty good. Even though I only did get 1 Hephaestus, the rolls overall were pretty nice. I still have to decide how I want to go about my magic team, because my best magic assist is ironically the Crunchyroll Hime assist, which is awkward because Crunchyroll no longer has the distribution rights for DanMemo. Otherwise, I have to find a way to get my Bride Hestia up, because with this current heroic trial, because all the Bride units are available as selectable bonds, one of the 4 you can select after farming through the heroic trial, and I'll probably grab the Hestia one for magic. But yeah, hopefully your guys' rolls go the way you would like. Did I even roll here? I did not. I was like, I don't remember rolling here. So yeah, 1 last roll. Hopefully I get Elfy and I can say goodbye to this right afterwards. I'm sorry about the dog who barking a little bit during the video. I can't help it, unfortunately. Just say it's cute. But yeah. We're gonna go through the rolls, hopefully get Elfy, because that's who I want. I want Elfy. Otherwise, I'll probably just wait for her to spook me, because I don't want to spend any more iris than I have to right now. Is this the 10th? Or what? Yeah. Hey! I'm Elfy! Nice. He's a cute voice. Cool. Well, I got what I wanted from that. Nice. So, hopefully your rolls go the way you'd like. Hope you guys enjoy the Volume 5 Sword Oratoria story. If you enjoy it, I strongly consider, you guys should strongly consider reading through the light novels, Sword Oratoria and main series, because I always push that. Read the light novels, please. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more DanMachi content, like my Sword Oratoria Volume 11 review, and then spoiler talk video after that within this week, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, follow me on Discord, and follow me on Twitter. As always, continue enjoying your time magic Mario and the dungeon. This is Lauren, your guild advisor, signing out.